I wanted to mention digestion real quick because we have our camping package. Our camping package is discounted right now. It's 20% off, and our camping package includes, it's right here, it has our 2 ounce, we also have a 9 ounce beeswax candle. It has activated charcoal, and we have our bug spray. So our bug spray is a mix of citronella, tea tree, and there's one other one. It's a high quality essential oil that we use in our regular bug spray. So a lot of people are actually spraying toxins on their body with that off or similar knockoffs of off, some type of, like a type of DEET, which is detrimental to our health in many different ways. So stop spraying that stuff on yourself. Even if you're not going to buy our bug spray, you don't have to, of course, but stop using that off stuff. It's horrible. You're breathing in those toxins when you're spraying it. Like, the worst thing I can see is driving by a soccer field in the summertime and parents are spraying their kids down with that DEET. Like, it's horrible stuff. I think it should be banned personally, but stop using that stuff and find a better alternative. So with remember, you absorb whatever you're using on your body, not just in your body, but on your body. It's being absorbed into your body. So if you're using magnesium, like a magnesium spray, for example, not only are you getting the benefits of keeping the bugs away, but you're also absorbing the magnesium, which helps with many different ways, with soreness, restless legs, whatever it is. So you're basically getting 2 for 1. So that's our bug spray. That's seasonal only, and that only comes out once we sell out. Those are gone, and those only come out in the summertime. Activated charcoal, you guys know about our activated charcoal. We're pushing that a little bit more this month, only because it's camping season and people are eating their chips and pop and smokies and white bread for the buns and hot dogs and marshmallows. So we're not saying don't have your marshmallows or chips or whatever it is that you make. Someone gave us a gift. They gave us one of those pie iron things as a gift. Never even heard of them, but I heard that there's some very unhealthy but delicious recipes you can make in those pie irons. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Does anyone else know what a pie iron is? But so at any rate, we're not telling you not to enjoy that stuff, but protect your digestive system, protect your digestive health, and having charcoal along with those types of foods is a great idea. And then someone asked, oh, because we put out a post that says, campers, check out activated charcoal, and she said, can we have this all year round? And yeah, of course you can have it all year round. We're just pushing it, especially at this time of year, because we know people are going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then it's like a free-for-all. Instead of having like a few healthy options, it's like whatever happens. You got the chips on the table all weekend long. You got the marshmallows every night. And then you're making the s'mores, right? You got the crackers and the chocolate. Right? That happens every night when you're sitting around the campfire. So your digestive system is basically being attacked and bombarded with toxins right now. And that's the biggest problem, is that we don't do anything about it. I don't think that it's too easy to choose unhealthy. That's just the reality of it. So for me, I don't think the issue is that we have too many unhealthy foods. The issue is that we don't do things to prevent or protect our digestive health. So if you look at, for example, just consider for a day or a week, how many times you put low quality or hard to digest foods in your body. You have a chocolate bar, you eat out at a restaurant, most restaurants would serve their food with rancid oils, so that causes inflammation, it wreaks havoc on your digestive health. Now, I'm not saying don't go to restaurants, I'm just saying that you have to understand that that's damaging your digestive health. You sit down and have cookies or a muffin in the evening? How many times is that happening? So count that, how many times you put something detrimental to your digestive health in your body, and then count how many times you do something that can improve your digestive health. And I would just about guarantee it's very swayed to one side, and it's not the digestive health side. So you could look at chicory root tea in the evening, for example. You could drink bone broth in the morning. You could drink kombucha in the morning. Magnesium, obviously, magnesium has over 300 enzymatic functions in the body. Improving digestion is one of them. So taking your magnesium in the morning. Another fermented food could be kimchi, it could be raw sauerkraut. there's tons of things that we could do to protect our health and improve our digestion. We just don't do it. And I don't even think it's a lack of education. I think many times it's a lack of effort. But we also don't realize that we're damaging our digestive system probably every day in some way or another, and we're not protecting our digestive system in one way or another. So that has to be balanced out for us to improve our gut health, which will eliminate constipation, gas, bloating, indigestion. The list goes on of people that come to us and say, hey, I got something happening here. What can I do? And we say, don't worry. We know exactly what you can do. This is what we specialize in. And how many charcoal pills should we take a day? That's really up to you or the individual. We recommend 4 pills a day. So we take 4 pills at roughly 3 times a day. So we take them twice a day. So we take 2 capsules first thing in the morning, and then we take 2 capsules right before bed. And if we miss either of those, or if we take, usually we get up, like, because we try to stay hydrated and drink as much water as possible. We usually go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. We usually have charcoal pills sitting out with water. That's just what we do. It's part of our routine. It's always sitting by our nightstand or on the kitchen table with water and charcoal pills. If either of us get up, or if both of us get up, we pop charcoal pills. We just did it last night. And that's the best because it's on an empty stomach. So I would recommend 4 charcoal pills a day, 2 at a time, at 2 of those times that I just mentioned. Let me know if that was confusing. But it's actually quite simple. First thing in the morning, right before bed. And then if you get up in the middle of the night, I would do it. You can't overdose on charcoal. It's a natural supplement. So that's what I would recommend in a great way to protect your digestive system. And then the last item in our 20% off camping package is our beeswax candle. I actually was walking by the grocery store. There's a whole aisle of candles, and I was gonna go down that aisle and take some pictures, check ingredients, where candles are from. Usually candles are just cheaply paraffin wax from China with used fragrance. So paraffin wax, inhaling paraffin wax, which is just those cheap candles, what all cheap candles are made out of, is detrimental to our health. And consider you're breathing that into your body and all the damage that you're doing by breathing that nonsense in. Fragrance, where a lot of people are still, like, it always surprises me when people are still using perfume. I'm like, are people really spraying themselves with perfume? It's like you're basically spraying yourself with toxins, and it's damaging. It's really horrible for our health. So that same fragrance is in candles, and then I guess depends what kind of wick they're using. The wick is often coated in paraffin wax, which is the same as the wax. I don't even really like soy candles personally, because we don't consume soy. We don't recommend people eating any type of soy products unless it's fermented, which would be like a miso or a tempeh. Otherwise, you're looking at some more health issues there. But so that's why we don't use soy candles, because if you're burning soy and breathing it in, I don't know, like, I haven't looked at documented studies, but I feel like it'd be the same thing as eating it if you're breathing it in, but it could be processed differently. At any rate, for those reasons, we use beeswax candles. It does cost more money for beeswax. You guys may know that I'm a huge bee fan. I'm a bee fanatic. My first year ever, I got my own bees, so I'm now a beekeeper, and my bees are actually doing very well. So we make our own candles? That's a great question, and that's I feel like that's an important point. Like, we have someone that makes candles for us, so we create our own labels. We buy the jars. We use glass jars. I guess you can't. We use glass as often as possible. I guess you can't use plastic for glass or for candles, but we use glass. We have a tin lid, so it's not a plastic lid. And then we're also able to employ someone in our community that can make them for us. So there's just tons of benefits to creating. Right here, we source all of our ingredients as locally as possible all the time. Now, for example, you got to look at, you can look at activated charcoal. Well, that comes from coconuts. We don't have coconuts in Canada, so we have to import that. Our MCT oil comes from coconuts. that has to be imported. That's actually imported from Sri Lanka. And we still have friends and family like friends that live in Sri Lanka, so we're happy to support their community. But our candles are 100% Canadian made. We make them in-house. We design our own labels, and we have someone that actually melts the ingredients. All it is very simple. It's coconut and beeswax. I'm pretty sure. We experimented making it ourselves, but we don't make them anymore personally. But our candles are hand poured with only 2 simple ingredients, beeswax and coconut oil. They are scented with therapeutic grade essential oil and are toxic free. I wrote that. We don't add a scent. Here's the thing, is that fragrance is very easy to like the toxic fragrance, which most candle companies use. It's easy to overpower a smell. So we were experimenting with multiple different forms of essential oil, and I don't know, I feel like the natural stuff just doesn't burn off as a fragrance would. So we were using a ton of essential oils, which put our cost, like, we don't, some of our products, our margins are much better than others. The beeswax candles is a very small margin because the beeswax itself is very expensive, and coconut oil, I mean, it's not super expensive, but it's not like a cheap rancid vegetable oil. So coconut oil is a decent price, and the beeswax is actually quite expensive. And then we have our tins, and then we have our tins or glass jars that we buy, and then we have our labels. They all cost. And then our cost is already well above the cheapest paraffin wax candle that people don't know the difference of. So these are all things that we considered when we were designing products. You can't just, and people, well, why is that one so much more expensive? Well, you have to look at the ingredients. Like the ingredients in a product, like in magnesium, for example, at the dollar store, it's a completely different product. The ingredients that we use are 100% clean. We have no fillers, no additives, no toxins. The ones at the dollar store are all toxins and a little bit of magnesium. So people are like, oh, why is the price so different? It's very similar to, like you could go online and look at how much beeswax actually costs. And that price is well above. It's probably 4 times the price of a paraffin wax, which is what most people are using, and at least 2 times the amount of cost as a soy wax that you can melt and turn into a candle. But so I guess what I'm getting at is our cost is already quite high, and then if we were to put essential oils in it as well, because of the amount of essential oil we have to put in to get that fragrance out, it'd be non-profit. We may lose some money on it. So, and I mean, obviously we're a business, we're not a non-profit, but we do things to donate and give back to the community, but we do have to create products that make money, otherwise our business wouldn't survive. But you know what's nice is that you can, like, this is a smaller one. We also have the 9-ounce one, but this is really nice. You can put this on the bath, like put this on the counter in the bathroom, or you can put it on the side of your tub and you can light it. It's really nice. It's about the ambiance, not always about the smell, because I know a lot of people love that toxic smell when they're having a bath, and I'm like, maybe you're having a nice detox bath and you're playing some relaxing music and then you're breathing in these toxic fumes. It doesn't really add up to me. But the other thing is that we take these and we put them in our, we got a little bowler. Some of you might know, we got a bowler, so we put this in there in the evening. And then we also put this on our picnic table. When the sun's going down, this is kind of lighting up the picnic table a little bit. So that's really nice as well. Those are different options that you could use if you're campers.